For our discussion this week, prior to doing any sort of external investigation into one perspective or another, I did have some initial thoughts on how sport facilities are financed. As is pointed out in the background that we're given, there are a couple different ways to view this. And I would argue to say, yes, sport facilities are a good use of public funding, but with the catch, this does not apply to professional sports facilities. For me personally, my primary area of interest is the community, and I found an article that provides 11 benefits of a community recreation center. And some of those highlights are staying healthy longer, reducing stress, providing childcare between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m., linking to reducing crime rates with children and public safety. Each of those is a sound community supporting justification for funding these facilities. There was a 2019 press release from the RAND Corporation stating that lower income parents are less likely than their higher income counterparts to involve their children in youth sports because of the rising costs. This survey took data from approximately 2,800 people, and 52% of parents from lower income families reported that their children in grades 6 to 12 participated in sports, compared to 66% of middle and higher income families, which leads us to this idea that participation is a privilege and not a right, not even for children. So everyone is not entitled to it equally. I reviewed the fitness guidelines published by the Department of Health and Human Services, and they recommend at least 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity activity and at least 2 days per week of strength training. So how can such recommendations be made without providing a way to achieve this for the greatest number of people? A private gym membership is great, it's one thing, but it's not necessarily an expense that everyone can afford. And again, this sets this illusion that wellness is exclusive. There are preventable costly medical expenses associated with type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and obesity. They should be investing to help solve the problem rather than doing nothing and just hoping it gets better. There are certainly some neighborhoods that would benefit from the government funding, because otherwise they would have no way of providing these facilities on their own. Professional sports is more so about entertainment and making money, so it's not more focused on fitness or anything else. The greater good is where public funds should be spent. There are people out there that have already privately funded some of these projects, and it has been done. So why is it not done more? Compared to everything that I've read on professional facilities and venues, promises are idealized and they don't match up with what is truly delivered in the end.